why a lot of startup founders dropped out of their universities to start their businesses, according to a recent finding by a Stanford professor. I myself spent more than 3 years doing at first my bachelor's and then master's degree in marketing. And if I had a time machine, I would use completely different strategies to learn marketing these days. And in this video, let's discuss the strategies that I would use today if I had to start learning growth marketing from scratch. Let's go! Number 1, of course, build a portfolio. Learning content marketing? Well, create a blog on Medium where you create your first blog articles. Once you start applying for jobs, you'll be super thankful to yourself. And in general, any new piece of info that you digest, make sure that you document it. Take a deep dive into analytics. Recently, I've checked more than 100 marketing job openings. Most of them do mention analytical skills. Everyone pretty much knows how to create out-of-the-box ads. Only a fraction of marketers knows how to measure the success of their advertising. And in case you're looking for an analytics course, I can highly recommend you the one by, of course, CXL. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you know that I'm a big fan of these guys. So there is a course with basics of Excel and Google Sheets, and you can start your free trial just for $1. One thing that I especially love about this course is that they're actually using the data that you will operate with once you're doing your marketing job. For example, SEMrush data or Google Ads data. Because if you take those mediocre courses or watch some YouTube tutorials, they usually show some generic or fake data. And when you come to an actual company, it's quite hard to apply those learnings in practice. After completing the course, you'll get a certificate of achievement, which is, by the way, highly appreciated by recruiters. And in case you're for some reason not happy with the course, CXL offers a 7-day, no questions asked, money back period. Moving on, listen to podcasts. The best way to learn from marketers who've been there, done that, of course, podcasts. There are dozens of great marketing podcasts where marketing leaders basically share some of their success stories, their failures, some of the tips and tricks that work specifically for their industries. Here you will see the list of the latest marketing podcasts that I've been listening to myself. And I highly recommend you giving it a try whenever you go for an evening walk, I don't know, cycling across your city, across your town. Listening to a podcast is basically like having a coffee chat with a marketing leader that should be your role model for the future. Get comfortable with the business acumen. What drives profitability for a company? What metrics are top of the mind for your company leaders? What's going to make or break the success of this quarter for your team or for your department? How does your manager set priorities? The answers to these questions are examples of business acumen. Bottom line, if you want to succeed in your career, you have to be comfortable with the financial metrics of your business and in general know the ins and outs of the business model. Because let me give you a basic example. If you work, say, for Uber Eats in their marketing department, their business model is completely different to, say, a marketing agency or to some traditional industrial company. And in order to succeed in your career, in order to stand out, you have to speak the same language of your business leaders. That's why whenever, for example, I worked for SaaS businesses, I always made sure that I constantly read some literature on the topic and in general study the marketing of SaaS businesses, and at the same time kind of take a look at what other departments take a look at when it comes to any SaaS business model, be it an HR department or product management. Start going through interviews as early as possible. Back in the days, I waited for first graduating and getting my bachelor's in business administration, and only after that I started applying to jobs. And then it hit me that, damn it, going through job interviews is an actual skill that you also have to master, and it's not taught at university. So do start applying for jobs as soon as possible. Perhaps your initial interviews are going to be complete disaster, but that's just fine. Another tip, by the way, you can record your interviews and afterwards give it a listen and just make some notes on what was just bad or what kind of answers you're proud of and what you can improve in the future. I share more growth marketing tips and tricks, some interesting articles, job hunt tips in my growth marketing newsletter, and I keep it sort of quite separate from my video content because the things that I mentioned in my newsletter, I usually don't cover them at all in my videos. So make sure that you subscribe to my newsletter. You know, the link is there. That's why I'm doing the weird move with my fingers. So thanks a lot for watching. As usual, see you in my next videos. Cheers, guys!